Hello there. Good day to you again. Apologize that I had to do a video like that, but detoxification is it's an amazing process. Thank God we have a route to get well, but that's the duality of God, and so we do have these pathways, and we're all getting well. So appreciate all your indulgence with me and what we have to put up with. You're seeing it kind of on the YouTube of what we have to put up with different states of consciousness. You guys are asking some pretty good questions, so I want to go through a couple of them here, and I have about 20 minutes here. I'd like to give you some more videos and insights here, and so appreciate this, of course. This is from MUNTYNGO. It says, Dr. Morse, when you mentioned bringing up parathyroid, which herbs formula do you suggest? Well, the endocrine gland formula in terms of herbal, and then parathyroid glandular, of course. The problem with herbs, we really don't know what herbs are good for the parathyroid gland. Matter of fact, when you look at most glandulars, formulas for glands, they have more berries in them. And I've said this before, I think the berries are definitely established that they're more glandular foods. Moving the lymph and making cells healthy obviously are going to affect every cell in your body, and in time you will make those tissues healthy. Some people are so serious of a problem, they're bleeding, bruising easy, they need parathyroid kick up real fast. That's where the benefit of the glandulars come in, so really appreciate your thought on that. And this is 954CA, or 954DCA. What causes tender-headedness? I experience this all the time. And their head's so sore. Again, this is acidosis. You want this out of there. That's what acids do. They make things sore and tender to the touch. The nerve endings get sore and all this. And so it makes everything sore. And you got, notice how you feel everything? You got a lot of nerve endings there and you can really feel them. Well, they're just reflecting a deeper issue of acidosis. And so by moving that lymph, you want to fix up this trunk of the tree here. We're going to talk a little bit about that, of course, in the class, the importance of the trunk or the GI tract in terms of cleaning out the head area. And you really want to go after that and get your lymph moving, get this soreness out of your head, because I don't like that. I've had that myself at times. Try the new brain and nerve formula. It'll strengthen up the nervous system faster in the head area, but it does show the underlying issue of acidosis in the lymph system. So good question. A lot of people do have tender-headedness, so that was a good question. No one's asked that. So good question there, my friend. Ah, this is a Latin lady. This is Tina. I was curious on your opinion about psychics. Do you think it's okay to see them, or is it better to stay away? Interesting question. Well, we have a lady in town that's a very good Akashic record reader, and so she's very good. So if you don't want to really see it right on, I wouldn't talk with her. But no, I think every one of you have the ability to see beyond. It's just where we have our attention, our focused attention. That's why I say by unfocusing your attention and listening, you will see more. And you will tend to start to see people, their images, past lives and stuff. And the problem is trusting always what you hear and what you see. So, yeah, there's a lot of the narcissistic psychics out there that think they see and know things. I think you have to be cautious at best whenever dealing with a psychic in the ways that she could be or he could be seeing himself or some other subconscious area. Remember, you've got a mind, you've got emotions, and you've got a physical body. So we can see different bodies and their images and thoughts and ideas that you have that's subconscious that is not manifested yet. So some of this is you have to be a little cautious, and there's some really good readers out there, I think. I don't go to them, to tell you the truth, because I want to see myself. I don't try to read people. I can see your health issues when you come in and stuff, but I try not to go there. I try not to, but we wear our consciousness around us. We emanate our consciousness, and it's for people that step back and trust their listening and trust their inner sight, they can read that. So I think good psychics are definitely good and helpful, but I think you have to be your own way. You have to be your own consciousness, your own self. Nice little conversation with a good psychic once in a while. not bad. The one we have locally, she's really good. I like her. She's a Akashic record reader. Very good. But, you know, you have to take it all in a grain of salt, and don't let anything disturb you, because what's important is the moment. Nothing in the past, and the moment dictates the future. So if you're always living in the now, you're always living in the future, right? So living in the now is the only way to as much as you can. And someday I'll do a video on that and some of the difficulties one runs into by trying to be in the now too much. Like one of mine, thinking. Remembering names of people, things like this. I don't consider a name important. I consider the individual important. So I can see someone today, and I know when you cut your hair, I know what you changed on your body. I can tell you 2 years from now how different you look. But remembering your name, not so much. It's just living in the now. I mean, sometimes it's difficult. You eat something bad, and you don't remember how it kicked your butt, and you end up eating it again. You forgot. You don't live there. So a lot of things like that. This is from KA14 Animal 00. Sounds like a good name, meaning something good, I'm sure. Thanks for the great info. I appreciate you guys appreciating that. It does my heart good, and I think it does everybody's heart good to feel good and be well and to get your joy back. I mean, what better could you ask for? I mean, what more is there? What exactly do you mean when you say eat fruits, berries, and melons? Berries and melons are fruits? Yeah, I know. Yeah, I could just say fruits, but we have those distinctions of berries and melons and stuff, and that's why I just say fruits, berries, and melons. But you're right; they're all fruits. Absolutely right. Thanks for that. Oh, this is Beehive Spirit. I like that. 7. That's just so cute of a fish, and it's like he's got a lot of love in his eyes and everything. Cute. God bless you is not open to this information. Yeah, I know, and thanks for your comment there. This is a tough way to go. I mean, this is definitely rolling up your sleeves and taking your whole life in your hands, and you taking the responsibility of reversing your problems. That's just what it is. And we're way showers. We're only here, and you guys that are helping others, don't take on people's karma. You're way shower. You're there. You've walked the walk, and that's what I love about you guys. You guys are going to make the best healers. Forget naturopathic school. You guys are already doing it on yourselves. There's nobody that makes better healers than those that heal themselves. I mean, you don't learn this in school. You learn basic stuff, but remember, a lot of theories we learn is not even true. So it's really hard to sift through that which is true and that which is not. So I think simplicity has always been the great answer for us, because then we know simplicity is shown to us by nature, and you can't negate nature. That's life in motion. So it's like saying God, nature doesn't exist or something. And of course, it's how we look at nature, and it's, of course, our conditioned minds that make us determine or get some type of analysis out of what we see that could be a little faulty. That's the problem with the human brain. It's so immature that a lot of the theories and analysis, they're one-sided even. Difficult to understand truth with the mind. It has really nothing to do with it. This is MAU Girl 2. Thank you, dear one, for the post. Dear Dr. Morse, can you please tell me what causes... Oh, now, this was an important one. I thought this was really important to you. It says, can you please tell me what causes pressure in the eyes and what can be done about it? Is this backed up lymph? Absolutely. This is glaucoma. And this isn't blood pressure. You can have low blood pressure and have glaucoma. This is lymph pressure, the worst kind of pressure, because it's your sewer system. And remember, this is a lot more difficult to deal with than blood. It's almost like medical doctors looked at the lymph system and ran the other way and said, we'll deal with the blood, thank you. The lymph is too difficult. It is difficult. You've got all these healing crises, you've got all these problems, and you have the people that are seriously suffering, and I understand that. I don't know how, we try to make your right, and if you'll look at my journey through my life, I've always tried to make things better for the person detoxifying. Make it easier, simpler, less painful, less healing crisis. I've tried to make it all better. Better kidneys, looking at how the body works more, so I can make it always better for you, because it can be tough. And some people that don't do it the right way can have some really tough healing crisis, no question about it. I don't know what to say about it. But this lymph pressure, sweetheart, you got to get out of here, because that's where you start following up with MACD, macular degeneration, wrinkled retinas, all kinds of things out there from this, detached retinas and the whole 9 yards, all acid pressure. And acid pressure is the worst kind of pressure there is, in my opinion. So really something that you want to handle real quick. And again, the GI trunk, clean up the GI tract, get the kidneys filtering. That means getting into those adrenal glands and start moving this lymph out of there. Ear candle yourself to take off some of that pressure and try to get your sinus to drain. Find somebody that's sick and hug them and hope that you can catch something that'll help you trip your detoxification quicker. Anything like that. Your pressure is getting up there too much. It's a borderline for glaucoma. UK is 21. It's still wrong. Yeah, you got to get that pressure out of there, dear one. I have no damage to the optic nerve. Well, get this out before you do. I went 100% raw 10 weeks ago. 1 veggie juice in the AM and fruit the rest of the day. Good deal. Lost 30 pounds. Feel good. No major detox except some spots on my... Well, dig deeper. Go put yourself on a grape fast. Look at all these sweet individuals going on these deeper fasts. Boy, they're kicking butt. And that's what you got to do. Kick this in the butt, because I'll put it this way. It's easier to fast and detoxify than it is to lose your vision. You know, I don't know how to say it, because no vision, why would you even want to live here? I lost a lot of fluid retention the first couple of days. Now, that shows you that you have kidney and adrenal weakness. Shows you're holding water, edema, so you have a lot of kidney and adrenal issues here. Bowel still not working well. Get you on a bowel. She's 50 years old. Work on a bowel formula. Get yourself moving. That's not a laxative, so probably take. I would take probably number 2 or number 3 of my bowel formula if it was me. Had constipation all my life. Yeah, I would take number 3 to start. You know, you got all the healing properties plus a little help. That would be very good for you. And that's, again, why you're backing up here, going back to the GI tract here. That's backing you up there. So right there's your connection there. There's no urge to go. And this could also be a neurological weakness there with the bowels, peristalsis with weak adrenal glands. Remember, the autonomic nervous system controls peristalsis. I have external pile, and I think an internal. Yeah, I mean, you're going to see weaknesses. Now, you could be up here, of course, with the parathyroid, and you're losing calcium utilization. Therefore, you're losing sphincter control, and you're losing connective tissue integrity in your vascular walls. That's why the piles. So this is, I haven't heard people call that in a long time, piles. It's funny. But that's a weakness, and you're losing too much calcium there, dear one. So I would get up my parathyroid gland with a parathyroid glandular, probably in your case, real fast. Definitely get on a protocol, an herbal protocol that gets into the kidneys, gets into the lymph, that cleans up the bowels, gets the adrenals up, that gets your nervous systems up. And it's just that whole process of working together, and then you'll get well quicker. Going slower, I can tell you this, by hitting and missing, that's what you get. By tearing it apart, the problem with doing it together is financial. I understand that. Under the skin from last year when I had a really bad bout of constipation. I also have hundreds of small cherry angiomas all over my body. Is this also acidity, slow lymph? Absolutely. Oh, thanks, sweetheart. Well, that and the microbial involvement to the lymph, too. You know, we get a lot of microbial involvement when it comes to sewage, and this is the problem. We focus so much on the microbes, we forgot about the sewage, the acid sewage. Oh, Owen, my man, how are you, my dear man? Dr. Morse, I would love to hear what you, the idea that if it's okay to kill animals. Now, this is an interesting question. This is why I'm reading it. Because nothing dies, then can the same be said on killing humans? Would you love to hear what you have to share? Owen,